In Parshas Mattos, there's an interesting nuance that very few people focus on, but it's a very strong question which has tremendous relevancy to the current events, what's happening in the Jewish world. And that is, Pasuk says, Lamed Aleph Yud Aleph, Vayichu Eskol Hashlav Eskol Makoch Vadim Behema. They took the spoils. This is talking about, there's over 20 psukim in Parshas Mattos that the Torah dedicates to how to distribute the spoils from the war of Midian. And the Torah specifies the amount, enumerates the amount of sheep, cattle that is split up among everyone who fought in that war.
Facts.
The question is, why? Why is there so much length? We know the Torah doesn't waste one letter, one word. Why is there so much length over here? The Moshe relates that the lesson over here is the reward for the spoils, for the Levium, aka the people who didn't go out to war, is no less than those who actually fought in the war itself. The portion among the Levium who were sitting and learning Torah and serving Hashem spiritually, not physically, not militarily, is not going to be less than those who actually went out to fight. Like Chazal teach us, and there's a song, it's a very song. You know the song? It's another song. I think it's Chaver or something. I don't know. Never from when I was younger. So,
Just keep singing it.
what
Keep
does that
singing.
mean? What?
Keep singing.
I keep singing. So that the people who were standing, I'll leave those for the professional singers. So the people that they were standing on their feet, in the gates of Yerushalayim. Who caused them that they should stand in war? Who caused them? Who caused the soldiers to be victorious, the army to be victorious in war? It was the gates of Yerushalayim that they were learning Torah. AKA, those who learn Torah help protect those who go out. Torah over here is teaching us that the spoils will be split up equally among those who fought versus those who were staying back to learn Torah to protect the Jews as well. We see that thousands and thousands of years later, nothing has changed. Then he relates a few stories over here. There's a very unknown tshuva from Moshe Feinstein's Zatzal on the topic of learning Torah versus going out to war. Many have opinions based on how they were brought up. They don't know all the facts. They come to extreme ideas. Insane. The ideas. That is the topic of, they call them draft dodgers. Okay. It's talking about if someone wants to learn Torah instead of going to fight in the war. So there are rules that the Israeli government has. You could do so, you could learn. And now there's a whole thing, protest, they want more to go, this, that, all the details. Moshe Feinstein Zatzal, decades ago, already addressed this issue. This is written Tuf Shin Mem Aleph. So we're talking about almost a half a century ago this is written. In Shilos and Shuva Sigros Moshe Yordei Chelik Daled Siman Lam Gimel, where Moshe writes, and I quote, Hinei Av Shinyan Hasava Haganu Inyan Gadol. Even though going out to war, the IDF, even though it's a big thing, big idea, he doesn't talk about how the other issue also of you're going to be in an environment that isn't religious, and the chances of remaining religious after the 2-3 year period is very slim, but that's another discussion. Even though, that's what we're going to assume, it's a big inyan, a big concept to go. Aval inyan limud Torah, liloim de Torah oy joiser gadol. People who are learning Torah is even better. Gam melahagin al medina, even from those who are physically protecting the country of Israel. Says Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, those who are learning Torah are providing more of a protection for everyone in Israel than those who are actually going out to war. Kimafurish, as the Gemara in Baba Basra says, he brings a proof from the Gemara. V'lachein, you're learning, you're exempt from taxes, etc. Similar idea. Speak to your local accountant. V'lachein vadai, if you don't know one, I have a very good one for you. V'lachein vadai mishi yeshlo teshuka v'limud hatayra v'lasois godel b'tayro b'haro b'yirishmayim. Therefore, someone who has a desire to learn Torah and to become a gadol, a great person in Torah, and to paskin halacha, and to fear heaven, yesh lo leilach liyeshivas hagadolos. You should go to a yeshiva gedola. Be a bracha l'kal Yisrael v'agana gedola l'kol Yisrael. It should be a blessing for all of the Jewish people and a protection for all of the Jews. In other words, we have over here a situation that Ramosha Feinstein is clearly saying that it is better to go out to war rather than excuse me, that it's better to learn Torah if you're learning seriously rather than go out to war. I think we could just leave it at that. We see from this the importance of those who learn. People have to acknowledge and recognize that this fact exists and realize that the Torah protects. The Torah that people learn protects the entire universe. And for people who don't learn Torah, it's very difficult to swallow this idea. I recently was having a conversation with someone. I said, okay, you're obviously very Zionistic and more of the opinion that people should go out to the war. What's your percentage? How many percentage of people do you think should fight? How many do you think should learn? He said 100% should go out to fight. 100% should fight. We'll all be dead. Okay? You don't have anyone learning Torah properly and seriously in depth. You don't have any leaders. You don't have any people you don't have people doing the right thing. It cannot be done. It's ridiculous. We clearly see from this, Rav Moshe says, anyone who has a desire could in fact do this, similar to the Rambam at the end of Shemitah and Yovel. Doesn't have to be Shevet Levi alone. Anyone who wants to learn could do it and dedicated himself to that. And Hashem will provide for that individual. Harbe shluchim l'makom yesh. Okay? This is the tshuva. This is the idea that we learn from the Parsha. Stop it. Let's have questions, comments. Straightforward.
Pretty straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward. People, they spend a lot of time arguing about it if they would only know that this exists.
Right, but I get, they're in agreement, right? That if people aren't seriously learning.
If they're not, they shouldn't be there. 100%. If they're not seriously learning, they're just using the full-time learning as an excuse not to go to the army. That's an issue. Just like it's an issue for people who aren't learning, who are trying to avoid going to the army. They have a civil duty to do so. 100%. That's it. That's how you take something controversial and you just narrow it down. Straightforward. Thank you so much.